According to a report by Article 18, at least 21 Christians have been arrested in 5 different cities across Iran in the last 2 weeks following the end of the conflict with Israel. Agents from Iran's Military of Intelligence targeted Christians in Tehran, Rasht, Orumiyeh, Kermanshah, and Varamin, while additional arrests occurred in Kerman just before the conflict began. A group of UN experts, including Mai Sato, the Special Rapporteur on Human Rights Situations in Iran, and Nazila Ghanea, the Special Rapporteur on Freedom of Religion or Belief, recently released a joint statement expressing concern over the targeting of minorities since the ceasefire took effect on June 25th. The experts voiced deep concern over the ongoing crackdown in the Islamic Republic of Iran following the outbreak of hostilities on 13 June 2025 and subsequent ceasefire. The experts stated that post-conflict periods must not serve as a pretext of silencing dissent or intensifying repression. According to the UN statement, several individuals have been arrested on accusations of collaboration or espionage, while others were detained over the alleged possession of Bibles. In Iran, prosecutors and judges commonly refer to evangelical Christians as Zionist deviants to distinguish them from the officially tolerated Orthodox and Catholic communities of Armenian and Azerian origin. The UN experts also raised concerns about the dehumanizing rhetoric used against minority communities, including language that labels entire groups as traitors or compares them to filthy rats. They further condemned the deteriorating conditions faced by prisoners at Evin prison. When Evin prison was struck during Israeli attacks, at least 11 Christians were held there. They were believed to have since been transferred to other facilities. One Christian convert, Ida Najaflu, 43, and among more than 60 female political prisoners recently moved to Kermanshah prison, has spoken publicly about the dire conditions there. Ida remains in detention solely because she cannot afford the bail imposed following her arrest in February. In an audio message published by Iran International on Saturday, she described the transfer as disgraceful, stating that prisoners were moved handcuffed and are now suffering without clean water, cooling or heating, lacking hygiene and proper food, entangled and helpless. Ida is one of the 5 Christians recently charged with gathering and coalition and propaganda against the Islamic Republic of Iran. The charges cite ordinary Christian practices such as praying and performing baptisms as evidence of criminal behavior. She also faces 2 additional charges: propaganda activity against the Islamic Republic in cyberspace and propaganda in favor of groups or organizations opposed to the Islamic Republic based on her alleged social media posts supporting the Women Life Freedom Movement and criticizing former Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah. Others arrested alongside Ida include former prisoners Joseph Shahbazian, Nasser Nawad Goltape, Joseph's wife, and others. The UN experts concluded their statement by emphasizing that in the wake of the cease, the world is closely watching to see how Iranian authorities treat their own citizens. This, they stated, would be a defining measure of Iran's commitment to human rights and the rule of law.